right, so Jayce Heimer. Heimer is a payoff kind of a young pyromancer, Sedgemoor Witch type card where whenever you cast a spell, you summon a turret in hand that has different stat lines and keywords based on the mana cost of the spell that you played. And notably, 6 is a nice one to hit because it gives you 6 power elusive threats that are evasive. And then Jayce, our second champion here, he levels up and rewards us when we've cast 2 6+ mana spells in the game. So both of our champions kind of paying us off for doing the same thing is real nice. So let's go ahead and jump on into some games with this. This deck should be a little mid-rangey, which should be fun. I'm a big fan of the mid-range. So let's do the PNZ board, the Undercity. Heimer and Jayce slum it in the Undercity. Toggle sub-only chat off. Oh, I want to build... Is this deck bad that the opponent's playing? We played against it a couple of times. Both of these cards power up based on playing this Darkness card out, right? It's good? Okay, you should send me a list of your preferred build of this. We might do that tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, definitely next week. All right, so... I might just keep all of these, actually. Yeah, like 2 threats, a piece of card advantage, and a removal spell. This is our first manifest for this, and quick 3-drop is great. For people that are new to Ruenterra, the core resource system is similar to Hearthstone in that you each get a mana every single turn, with the caveat that you can save mana across turns. So you note that neither my opponent nor I spent our mana on the first turn, but we still saved that over into the spell mana section. Extra mini morph sounds lovely. Well, the format slowed down after their most recent balance patch, Bushu's. So, attacking and blocking in Ruenterra, similar to Magic in that you declare attackers and then your opponent declares blockers, but your things can attack the turn you play them. But there's a give and take with that, with the asterisk that if you choose to play something out, your opponent gets a chance to play blockers. So if I played this 3-2, my opponent would have the chance to possibly play something bigger. Get a Darkness in hand, deal 2 to an enemy. Rude. So I probably want to chill on this for now, right? I don't really want to play it out and get it killed by the Darkness. So I can only carry 3 mana over across turns, so we're gonna burn off one of them here, but I think that's correct. Yeah, this trigger is valuable, right? Grant tech allies. Heimer's bots are tech allies, right? So if I get this trigger, Heimer's bots are all stronger. You want to beam just to get the trigger? I think I was gonna play Jayce with quick attack. Wow, we've got some mini morphs.
Let's get started.
For the wicked, for the dead, I bring rest.
Accelerate to fast. Do I beam this or do I just like mini morph it? I think I just like mini morph it, right? I love the face on this thing, like, oh no! Minimorph is a lot better into Rekindler. It's accurate.
Only I can command darkness. Only I.
Green shirt, darkness everywhere, 1 extra damage. It's pretty good.
Behold brilliance.
Step aside.
Let's trade these off.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
I'm supposed to hold on to these beams. It's a little awkward that this still costs 5.
Well, if it isn't the man of tomorrow.
Hey, back to work if you don't want to be the lady of yesterday.
They really need to refresh your page, Gucci. It's a Twitch problem. There is an overlay. Twitch just needs you to refresh your page in order to get it. Do I just pass the turn here? If I pass, they're burning 5 mana and I'm burning 3. This attack isn't that valuable. So in Ruenterra, if both players pass the turn just ends. So like, I have to ask myself the question, is it worth giving up my attack to burn their mana and not let them make a play here?
Okay, let's think about this.
Yeah, I think we do that. I think we just end the round. Yeah, no problem, Gucci. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, and then Flash turns on hidden pathways, which is nice.
Not on my work site, bub.
Not on my work site, bub.
Let's go, people! The match, it calls to me!
Oh, Heimer's a 2/4 now. It's pretty great. What if we Heimer into Beam? I have 9 mana. I think I like that.
The sweet smell of science.
Sure beats the smell of burning workshops.
The darkness consumes you.
I guess I could kill this in response now. They have like a Poke Stick or something. Alright, so unlicensed here levels Jayce. We have been minied. Yeah, we have a lot of answers lined up for their champions. I feel like we're in an okay spot here.
Wondrous discoveries await below.
You got Mystic Shot, this Dorko, and then get in here. Damage is persistent on units, so trade this off. We're ahead on board right now. We have an okay hand. Like, these are a bunch of removal spells, and we've got to draw 2 here.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves. Easy does it. Persistence is key. I research.
Yeah, hopefully the audio turning off when I click off the thing will be a bug that finally gets fixed in the next patch. It's definitely incredibly bad for content. That's pretty punishing.
We'll make them.
Pokey stick here to try and kill their thing before it can level up.
I wanted that.
Lord Vega, you cannot rush perfection.
This is Bandle City. This is the 10th and final region. If this is what you're referring to.
One goes down.
Lack of Heimers and Jayces so far is a pretty big feels bad, man. Oh, this is random turrets.
Let's get to work.
Okay, so we'll do this next turn for 13 mana then and get a bunch of turrets. Is the line. I thought I was just gonna get one big T-Rex. We're gonna take a little bit of hit in combat here. We're gonna take 7 down to 7. Get burned out here. Yeah, they rebalanced most of the combo decks that put me off of things, Hent. Like, Lysandra Watcher was a big part of what finally pushed me off of Ruenterra. That got appropriately nerfed.
Easily as clay.
That felt kind of clunky and bad for our deck. Our interaction was just super bad there. Getting blown out by stress testings a couple of times definitely didn't help. What's going on, Hacksaw? Thanks for the 31 months. Welcome back. Yeah, Lee Sin still sucks, but I actually haven't played against Lee Sin since I've been back playing again. Maybe one time. So, you know, even if Lee Sin's still a shit design, Mini Morph at least added one more answer to it to the format, I guess. Is good. Do I want both Jayces? With Mini Morph, you get a third region in the game that has reasonable answers to Lee Sin, right? So Frostbites, Silences, and now Mini Morph. So you have Freljord, Bandle City, and Target that can all answer it. which makes it harder for it to be overbearing, I'd wager.
I don't want
You have that many more ways to poke at it.
It's an awesome day for progress.
see what I've learned.
Come on.
Quicksand.
Hold on.
Yeah, quicksand removes all abilities, right? So you pull overwhelm off it with that. So there's 4 out of 10.
Just out of reach.
That's the load.
I'm glad this card isn't good. This card I think is a really bad design. Which is fine if it's not popular. This is a super high variant style effect.
Hey, if it isn't that cat I rescued this morning.
There's a good chance they're gonna predict again here, right? I think I want to pokey stick one of these. We'll block in combat. We'll take 6. We'll thermo beam this. I don't want to mystic shot Echo because if they level him in response, I won't be killing him anymore. I think we start here. Thanks for the follow, Godly. Good afternoon. Hey, look, it's the predict I was playing around by not mystic shotting.
Love it when things converge like that. This is my future.
Is there a good version of this deck, press a pick? 'Cause I would totally like a good Echo deck. You should link me that one too.
Rewind.
Thanks for the Prime, Greg. Merry Christmas to you too.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Jayce.
Will do, Axel.
Yeah, about an hour, Steve. Hearthstone does hash deck list too, right?
Powering up.
That's unfortunate. I guess at the very least, I'll get to finish this here.
Suppose you want us working, eh?
Well, that is what I pay you for.
I'll put the full hour and a half, 2 hour segment from later this afternoon up on my main YouTube channel, Gregor. But the dedicated Unite channel is only ever gonna have 1 video per day. The key to pulling the YouTube slot machine lever is to do 1 upload per day, generally speaking. So it's not that the YouTube algorithm prefers only one video today so much as most people only want to watch one thing per day. And the YouTube algorithm penalizes you if people that watch your stuff don't watch everything. I think I just like take these trades because even if they save this, these all still trade, right? I think this is fine. I mean, everything the YouTube algorithm does is based on human behavior. Like, people will bitch about being tired of clickbait, but, you know, there's still people that they all click on the clickbait and they don't click on the non-clickbait videos, so they're still the ones that keep getting made. I think I'll take a random here.
The people problem. I'm your man.
I'm your man.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
We have 10 mana total, so we can't Heimer and play another spell. Well, I guess I could technically do both because of this, huh? Do we just kill this and then, like, then play Heimer post-combat? I guess I could kill this and play this post-combat, too. Getting Heimer up for next turn with Progress Day has a lot of value, though. We start here. See what happens. Oh, it only gives me spell mana back. I'm dumb.
Come on, now. We got places to be.
That's fine. Numbers and stuff. Next turn we have 11 mana. So I can go Heimer plus Minimorph at least. Lock seems good for us. Oh, so we're dead? Yikes. This deck might not make it a full hour. This might be a start unite early play kind of day. This deck does not seem particularly good. We'll give it a couple more chances, but our sequences have felt incredibly slow and clunky so far in both of these games. Had a bunch of awkward things that I don't want to play. We haven't had a solid curve at all. I don't know, I just like, just anecdotally in these games that we've played so far, I both haven't had a curve and I haven't had proactive plays and my interaction hasn't lined up well into anything my opponents have been doing. All my damage-based removal feels bad and like Thermogenic Beam feels as awkward as ever. I have a 5-stack lined up already, Braveheart. Do you have a deck code for a build you think is better? I'm just gonna concede this. Do you have a deck code that you think is better, Hobbit? I just pulled this off the leaderboard. And yeah, the one drop's been shit, for sure. Like, trying to line up to actually get value out of it has not felt good. I'm happy to delete this and play what you think is better. This list up on Mobalytics. I didn't look there. Actually, I just pulled it out of in client. Like it. Deluxe Jayce deck we played. It felt pretty okay. And I wanted to try this because I like Heimer. Yeah, Mobalytics doesn't sync with my stuff anymore, which is weird because like the overlay aspect works. Like when the thing pops up, it doesn't actually sync my decks in my deck editor to their digital page, which is super awkward. Thanks, Hobbit. There's not a way, they haven't added a way to have a default set of stuff in here yet, right? As far as like emotes and stuff when you import a new deck. Their stuff is great, but like it's annoying that it just resets every time you import a new deck. It definitely does not automatically select your most used emotes. Like I just imported that deck and it had like the default everything if you just looked at what I clicked through. Probably don't ever want either of these in the opener. These on 3/4 seem fine. Yeah, I deleted the previous deck before the import. Did it like not have a client side thing? Did it like go to the defaults because I deleted the previous deck? I feel like that should be considered a bug. It should just let me pick, is what it should do. Take a flash here for later. You're right, I've definitely had it not be the defaults when I imported deck before. But I couldn't tell you exactly what makes it pick something else offhand.
Soldiers, me. We march. Easy does it.
I'll block with this, then we can attack it with the 3/3 next turn. Sounds good. We play Jayce with quick attack here. With this draw, there's some merit to going Chronologist here now. Yeah, I'm gonna open attack for just 3 now. And then we'll Chronologist, bank 2 spell mana, and can go Heimer into Flash next turn.
Hello. Anyone want to join my party? Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
That seems fine. For the Helios thing, the takeaway was the journey was better than the destination. They did like this cute, there was this cute, like, animation that lasted 2 minutes of a rocket blasting off at the end when we successfully got everything together. Cards at -1 cost, augment, are created by Glorious Evolution and are now tech. Wait, what does this mean? Your cards at -1 cost, augment, are created by Glorious Evolution. What is created by Glorious Evolution? Oh, it's they count as created cards, so they augment each other? Is that what that means? Okay. Edge.
A sturdy construction. Yeah.
Tomorrow, continuing to look clunky. I think we just mini-morph this, right? So we trigger this for next turn and start working towards this. You want to surge? I thought I wanted to set this up first.
Heimer's groundbreaking invention to date. I'll write my own story.
Why do people care about leveling up Heimer? I don't understand. Like, why do we give a shit about leveling up Heimer? Like, he's not that big of a deal on the backside versus the front side. Can someone explain? I feel like I'm missing something. Everybody's like, you gotta level up Heimer, and I feel like there must be something crossed in my brain as to why this is a big deal.
Dimensions don't determine
I mean, like, I could also level Heimer like this too, right? Just this also works, and it lets me do this for more next turn. Doing this for more mana is theoretically better, right? Because it gives me better turrets. Or am I not understanding this card? Like, doing this for 10 is better than doing it for less, right?
Got your back.
Welcome to the team.
I'll get 10 mana worth of turrets across 3 things. I can also just play the Hex Tech here, right? Do I do this first? And then do this, or would I rather do this all at once? Doing this all at once seems fine.
All right, let's mess some folks up.
Alright, so I traded my 8/8 for their attack there. I think that was correct. Does anybody think that was wrong? If it's wrong, I would accept that it might be wrong. But I think I'm okay with that exchange.
Whoa! Hey!
Just take the pass here, right?
Time to get rowdy.
Do we mini-morph this before blocks? That way the thing that spawns is smaller? Give glorious evolution here, that's true. Let's do that. I don't know if it's the right play, but it's the sweet play.
Well, just do your best, okay?
They said it couldn't be done.
I guess we have to go kind of low for this. That's fine though, right?
Divert our power to main laser.
Main laser.
A sturdy construction. Yeah.
Tomorrow has never looked so good.
I fight for a brighter tomorrow. Gonna mark today down as a success.
As a success. Thanks for the follow, Muglier. Was a truly glorious evolution, champ. Alright, we got 3 mini-morphs, chat. We can beat the Lee Sin deck. I believe in us. Is it greedy to keep Flashheimer? We're attacking on odds. I kind of want to keep Flashheimer attacking on odds. I'm mulliganing these two, looking for some cheaper plays. Oh, this build only has 2 mini-morphs in it. Oof. Oof.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
You know, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am shocked that I came back to Ruenterra and this card's text box is still the same as the last time I played. This is one of those cards that's like always felt a little bit overtuned to me.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Jayce.
Will do, Axel.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Not my fist.
Let's get started.
Just open attacks here. pretty okay with this exchange. This card's hyper annoying.
Order entropy.
Order entropy.
Force is
Pleasure to
meaningless
see you,
without
Master.
skill.
They haven't played a second spell yet, right? We just take the pass here. Nah, let's flash and play our thing. They don't have anything else to do. Sin's about to mess us up, chat. Ugh.
Kindly keep your hands off my work.
Strike first. Center your spirit.
I'll pokey stick this to get extra damage marked on him, but probably doesn't matter. Outside of mini morph, we basically just can't interact with this card.
The future is what I make it.
But I assume we're just gonna die from 20 next turn rate. That's how the Lee Sin deck works. Yeah, I think this is my only, like, second time playing it, and, like, 30 or 40 hours being back. Good to know it's still as toxic as shit. We hit mini morph, we probably win. Yeah, but, like, that's a good summary of, like, why this deck sucks shit, right? Like, it's not interesting at all. Like, it's actually just it's playing Go Fish, right? Like, did we draw mini morph? If yes, we win the game. Did we not draw mini morph? If no, Go Fish get OTK'd from 20. Like, I'm glad it's not popular, because if it was popular, I probably wouldn't be back to playing Ruenterra daily. Because it's, you know, once in a while, it's whatever, I can roll my eyes and move on. But if it's one of the best decks, the most popular decks, it's just it's such terrible gameplay. If I want to play Go Fish, I'll play Go Fish. I'm not really interested in doing that when I load up Ruenterra. Yeah. Yeah, Fiora got adjusted. Honestly, I think Lee Sin's more offensive than Fiora, but I'll take adjustments to both eventually. This is another matchup where I need mini morphs for, right? I think we're just full mulliganing. We should probably be playing 3 mini morphs. I didn't check that when I imported the new list from Hobbit. We had that in the old one. Hopefully this can find us one. Do you have your Twitch account and your Amazon account linked, Astrobeck? You gotta link them up in your Twitch settings. We take the time trick.
Curiosities lie ahead.
Oh, this one can't get mini morph. It's the other one that can get mini morph. This one is 3 or less. I was thinking if the other one is 6 or more, right?
Hello. Persistence is key.
Gross.
Oh dear.
I was expecting a Pale Cascade there, not that one. Extra shock is fine. Not great, but fine.
I will die when I am ready.
A little ambitious, but I'm gonna put Challenger on here and try and kill their 1-drop, I think. Or they can pass the turn and we can end the round. We take those.
To death I go.
Bureaucrats.
Faded says once per turn when you target me, I get +1/+1 permanently. I want to do this in response before damage happens in case they have the heal something for 2 card. It's heroic with an asterisk, right? Because heroic, oh, I don't have to worry about single combats out of them. That sounds great. 1 Heimerdinger,
It's
please.
the smell of burning workshops.
So, if I production surge next turn, it levels Heimer, right? So it'll give me 6 power for my 6 mana, and then it'll make a 6/6. That sounds like yes. I don't have to worry about the sharp sight either, which is nice.
Peace is a trail painted with blood.
Let's get started.
If they want to spend a trick eating Jayce here, I'm okay with that. Yeah, this seems like a great exchange for us. I think opponent overvalued our Jayce there a little bit.
Rise, warriors.
We're gonna mini morph this, right? I'm just gonna pass for now. What's the general community opinions on this card? Do they think this card is too good? It is definitely adorable. That is an accurate summary. Yeah, we have another elusive here too now, so they should be done next turn.
Breaking invention to date.
People think it shouldn't be able to target champions. I think if they finally fix the design mistake that is Lee Sin, it would be fine.
Calculated.
If it couldn't target champions, it would be Whimsy, which doesn't see play. Yeah. Although I will say, it is kind of funny to me that 6 mana Beast Within is like a contentious card in this game. That's kind of funny to me. That's what this card is. This is 6 mana Beast Within. I mean, I think you give Beast Within Split Second, and it's probably still not very good in Magic. Can I cut the second Albus for the mini morph, or do we cut like the Shock Blast? It's probably one of these other pieces at top end. Or an Aftershock. Oh, I kind of like cutting Aftershock. That seems fine. The 4 mana robot's kind of whatever. Yeah, let's cut Aftershock. Actually am not a huge fan of the multi-deck tournament format. As someone who likes to play card games more casually, multi-deck tournament formats are incredibly unwelcoming and unfriendly to casual players. Like, speaking from experience, when more casual players want to play even remotely more competitively, they typically want to just like have their pet deck to focus on and play a bunch. And multi-deck formats discourage you from being able to have a pet deck. Like a lot of people play card games like this to like really identify with and like have their deck to focus on, and multi-deck formats make that a non-option. It's just, it's a lot. It's like brewing in card games is already tough, and it goes from like difficult to impossible when the requirement becomes you don't have to brew 1 deck, you have to brew 3. And it's also kind of big sad when like you have a deck that you really love and it like gets banned out from under you every round that anything you're playing. I think I'm in for Get Excited against Fizz Pop. It's a 2-3 now. Yeah. Tell Poppy to get clapped.
Life beneath the waves.
Rather than attack my 2-2 into their 2-2, I think I'm gonna chill on it to block their 1-1s for now. Yeah, and from a time commitment standpoint too, that's a big thing too. Like, sure, it's really affordable in terms of dollars to buy 3 Ruenterra decks, but the mental and having to know the ins and outs of matchups for 3 decks is also an incredible cost that chases people away from incentivizing to play competitively.
I help when I can.
Because, like, I would actually love to play Ruenterra tournaments on occasion, but I basically just never will because of the multi-deck format, because I just don't have the ability to dedicate enough time to learn matchups for that many decks. I think we do this. Let's keep our life total highest. This could just be a, like, get Jayce down with quick attack, start pressuring. It could also be a bank, spell mana, play Heimer with clap up next turn. I'm gonna pass for now and see what they... Actually, let's attack and see what they do. Get the soft pass on the attack. And if they pass here, I'm just gonna burn mana, I think. Got me. Yes. Well, I'm glad I have my one aftershock. Well, that's heckin' rude.
Added it to the bug list.
I agree that for tournament coverage purposes, you create a artificial sense of deck diversity by having a multi-deck format. Pick, ban, and multi-deck lets you obfuscate when a format has issues. But I also think you can just have good tournament coverage consistently by managing the format and balancing it well. I think I'm just gonna make a bunch of friends here, and then we have this for next turn. Okay, I think I'm in for making friends. I think I'm good with Lane's Arena. By the way, Steve.
This requires my largest official hat.
I just know the hero's around here somewhere.
The interface on this card is really good. I like the pop-ups and the region tracking. This is the first time I've actually seen this one get played out.
Just give me something to chase.
Ha! Bump up the friends.
Setting up a roadblock.
Yeah, so One thing I'm interested to see, Win Magus, is one thing that's a small concern of mine, is that because our next tournament is gonna have basically a Pro Tour invite associated with it, I'm interested to see if the amount of deck diversity we have on average changes and how that impacts coverage.
What wondrous discoveries await below.
Raising the stakes definitely could have a real cost associated with it. I think we just slam here. I want to start putting damage on their board here for my damage-based removal spells. And my board's full at the moment. Seems fine. So Jayce is leveled.
Sing with the darkness in your heart.
It's 2 attack and quick attack.
This is the cutting edge of progress. I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Cut through their blockers here. Are there any sweepers in these I need to worry about? I don't think so, right? Or Bandle City Noxious? This works out well. Good game. So we can forge into
Mama's home.
into acceleration gate and declap something. That might be lethal, right? Gonna be able to block these two. Yeah, they need another blocker here. So dead on board attack.
Shuffle buttons.
Shuffle buttons. Guess I could have a pokey stick here, or a way to deal damage too. Got a 4 to a damage unit earlier. I could have that again. They do not. Cat Herder, thanks for the follow, by the way, if you're still here. Appreciate that. You think we're gonna play either the Echo deck or the Darkness deck tomorrow? For our Ruenterra deck. We're gonna do both of them eventually, but we'll do one tomorrow. I think I like the Lux version better, Nardlet. Lux having a bigger stat line than Heimer is a big deal, I think. Mono Freljord Braum. Shock Blast seems terrible. The Mobilytics extension is loaded. You should be able to look at the deck that way. It could be Poros. Poros usually splashes the region, right?
I help when I can, shut up when I can't.
I help when I can and shut up when I can't. What a great life motto to have. Be like Pharaoh's financer, chat. I'll attack with this 2-2 before they can play a 3-3 out.
How can Brom help?
Good Brom help.
It's an awesome day for progress. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, we played Lux Jayce last week or earlier this week. It was very reasonable. I think it's I think Jayce Lux is probably my favorite mid-range deck I've played since being back to Ruenterra.
It's easy. See?
Might just mini morph the Brom. It's kind of awkward. Like, it's super awkward with my mana, though, is the problem. I'm gonna flash a Brilliance as a soft pass. And see what they do. Smart. This card it just felt incredibly awkward. It feels tough to get value out of the extra mana it gives you in a lot of situations.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Jayce.
Will do, Axel.
Fire knows the zone.
Kill this. Dealing 4 there, beats Troll Chant and other protection.
My shield is my sword. Have you met my shield? Good luck. Have fun.
Come on, play a pump spell or two. Do it. You know you want to.
Fight or die.
Destruction feeds my fire. Breathe it
Jeez.
Yes, my lord.
Attack for 3 to start. Chant saves the Ember Maiden here. Turn this to...
This land is ours.
Alright, let's try one more before we flip over to Unite. My plan is to play the all-in Darkness deck with both the Darkness champions. I don't know if all-in's the right term, but... This deck's super aggressive. I think we're supposed to like full mulligan here looking for our 2-drops. That kinda counts, maybe.
Nothing but the stink of blood and sweat.
Yeah, all the Ruenterra decks we played have made it up to YouTube. I think this is probably the worst of the Ruenterra decks we played so far, and I'll probably still post it. Just for the sake of having it up there.
Let's get to it.
They can't all be winners when you want to try different things.
Yippee! I talk to spirits. These are my rules.
And they open attacks here. We'll Mystic Shot. Try and keep them off dealing damage this turn. Their champions level when they damage our Nexus 5 different rounds, so stopping damage on this attack's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Oh, I would love to. Watch out!
I think that's a fine exchange for us. I think we might just production surge here.
I'll make corpses of them all.
I guess I could also mini morph, but the problem with mini morphing is it gives me 3 spell mana back, and then I can't really do anything with it, right? I guess I could Pharaoh's Financer. Maybe we finance her into mini morph so we can stop the Gangplank from hitting us this turn. That's probably the line.
I help when I can. Shut up when I can.
Shut up when I can.
Break their legs.
Watch your toes.
We did Dartlet. That card was consistently bad when we were playing it. Was not excited to have it basically ever. I'm gonna make it rain here. Get your damage in for the turn. Kill this. Leave this a 3/3. Pokey stick. Sure. That's my pokey stick. Second rude shit. Might just be like 5/5 into Hextech Handler. Could also be right to just like make 9 mana worth of stuff here. Yeah, the turret spell's not great. I probably want to do this before this, so that way I don't get. Let's open Hextech Handler and see what they do. If they play something else out that dies to Shock Blast, you might just like Shock Blast this and that.
it worth my while.
For silver I talk, for gold I lease it.
For gold, I lease. They're only at 3 out of 5. I'm gonna play this out. Just have a bigger board than them to start here. See how that goes.
I don't change fate, that I can see it.
You point, I shoot.
Why does my Jayce not have progress listed on him? You've cast 2 plus... Oh, it says I've cast 2 plus 6 plus cost spells. Okay, so he's gonna level when I have him, right?
Industry and vision, the twin pillars of Piltover.
It's just weird that... It's... Okay, so like why doesn't it show 2 out of 2 here, but it shows me 2 out of 2 here? Like that's really confusing. That's gotta be a bug, right? He should, like, what does that mean? What says level complete? It's definitely bug, right? Yeah, like, cause like it shows this is what I was looking for. This should appear there, just for clarity's sake.
Safety will cost you.
Want Challenger here to shrink their board.
This is the cutting edge of progress.
Oh, my prize asset. Kind of you to meet me.
Can't decline an invitation from Albus Pharos.
Yep.
We look ahead. Tomorrow awaits.
There is assistant!
Progress.
Okay. So I get to play Forge here, and then they don't have great open attacks, and then I can Shock Blast, kill their 3/3s. Could also beam a champion if they play a champion here.
Neither the flames nor the depths could claim me, Captain.
I'd be a little greedy and do this, because this blocks on the attack, and then we can do this after. Oh, wait, they can Warning Shot level this, right? That's pretty bad news bears for me.
Hang them by their entrails.
I didn't think about that. Oh.
Speak.
So if they level this, I take 1 more, and then I take 2 from this. It's fine. Okay, my line is much better against this.
Your king has returned.
Three Sisters is not a card I was expecting there. That seems incredibly greedy in their deck. It was weird that they didn't warning shot. Maybe they missed the line. They must have. Oh, you know what? I bet they have Sejani. My money's on Sejani in hand. No, I bet they have Sejani and they want this to
Son of a...
We can open lethal here? Yeah, they're gonna be forced to jump block this, right? How do I win? What am I missing? Oh, this has Challenger at 0? That's funny.
I'll take my time.
Okay. That's good to know. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Get out of here with this bullshit. That's... Oh, chat. And they have a Sejani, I can feel it.
What seems to be the problem?
I can feel the Sejani.
The ocean herself will fear us.
Okay, that's just a Dreadway. Gangplank deals 4 to anything. Yikes. I think we're dead, right? Alright, let's play some Pokemon Unite. This deck was trash. easily the worst deck I've played since we've been back to Ruenterra. Just super clunky and awkward. I think the biggest issue, to be concise, to be more constructive other than this deck is trash. The problem with Heimer is a card that reads like a mid-range card. This was definitely a mid-range deck that we were playing, but it doesn't play defensively well because there's so many cheap burn spells and little bits of... There's cheap burn spells and overwhelm units in this game that the turrets just don't play defense well. So the fact that Lux lets you play defense well with her things that your spells enable and Heimer doesn't, feels like a big deal. All right, let's play some Pokemon Unite. How you doing, folks?
How's it going?
Good.
The